Hi there and welcome to week 7 of our postural mobility program. So today we are going to start with hamstrings. Take a kneeling position, place one foot out in front, pull the toe back, keep a slight bend in the knee, then keeping the back flat and abs in, hinge at the hip, leaning forward till you feel the pull coming through the hamstring. Hold, breath in. Breath out, try and sink a little deeper. Hold that posture. Don't let your back round out. Keep that tension through the spine, okay? Hinging at the hip, getting a big pull right down through the belly of the hamstring. Breath in, breath out. A little bit further. Last few seconds. Breath in, breath out. Try just that tiny bit more. Right up to about a 7 out of 10 sensation of stretch. Let's switch it over, opposite side. On the knee, heel down, toe up, hinge at the hip, lean into it, get to that first point of tension and hold, and try and let the leg relax into the stretch. Breath in, breath out, tilt and lean into it a bit more. Breath in, breath out, and sink just that little bit further. We'll do one more to finish. Breath in, breath out, and hold. Now we're going to work into what's called an Abductor Magnus stretch. So from that kneeling position with hips and shoulders facing straight ahead, bring one foot forward. From here, open that foot out to about 45 degrees without letting your hips follow. So my hips are still facing you and the screen, so your hips want to be facing dead straight with the foot out to the side. Then we're doing a very similar process to the last one. Hinge at the hip, back flat. If you can when you get your hands to the floor, if you can, fantastic. You may not feel the stretch yet, okay, but through the hamstring. If you want to feel it just that little bit more, get the knee to roll forwards towards your toes to generate the stretch down the inside of that leg. Okay, so it's not quite a groin, not quite a hamstring. It's right there in between the two. Flatten the back and push right through to generate that stretch. Breath in, breath out. Try and relax into that stretch just a little bit more. And we'll do one more time. Breath in, breath out. And I'll give you a different perspective of it. We'll just view from the side. So again, that foot starts straight in front, hips facing straight ahead. Leave my hips where they are, but open the foot out to about 45 degrees. Happy cat back position and lean forwards. If you can support your back on their fingers, fantastic. And if you need to go more, pushing that knee forwards towards the toes, not inside, keeping that knee pressed open to the side, okay, as you lean through the stretch. Don't forget your breathing. Breath in, breath out. Flatten that back and push. Breath in, breath out, and hold. Slowly release out. Lying flat on the front. Bring your knees together. Bring your heel up. Take hold, if you can get it, with both hands. Whoop, try that again. Holding with both hands. If you can't, one hand is fine. Okay, but bringing the knees together and pushing the hips into the floor to generate a big stretch down the front of the quad. Breath in, breath out, pull. Breath in, breath out, and pull. Keep those knees close together. Don't let the legs splay out to the side. Switching over, 3, 2, 1. Knees together, lie flat. If you can get both hands there, get both hands there and pull. If not, just hold that core in and push your hips down into the floor. knees together. Breath in, breath out, and pull. Next, going to a figure 4 stretch. Roll onto your back. With one leg flat on the floor, place your foot on top of the knee, and then slowly bend that knee, bringing the knee back. If you don't feel a stretch, and we're aiming it here at the outside of the hip, then reach through, grab that leg, and pull it towards you, and feeling the stretch on the outside of the hip. Then relax into it, and focus on your breathing. Breath in, breath out, and pull through. Breath in, breath out, pull through. Slowly release out, switch it over, placing the foot on top of the knee, reach through the gap, grab hold, and pull back through. Every time you exhale, trying to relax that hip and allow the stretch to happen even more. Now we're going to leave that foot on top. As you release out of that, leave the foot sitting on top, hands out to the side, palms facing up. Activate the core and glutes, lift the hips, hold. So you're generating a push through the glute on the left and a little stretch through the hip on the right. Good. Activate, squeeze, lift, hold. 3, 2, 1, and down. Activate, squeeze, lift, hold, and slowly down. Touch, squeeze, lift. Here we should be aiming at getting this tension right into the glute. If you're feeling it in your back, okay, in your lower back, add a little tuck and squeeze and maintain the tuck as you lift and squeeze. If your hamstring is working too much and really beginning to cramp up, then add a little arch. So make sure your bum touches the ground but your lower back does not. Lift and squeeze, trying to generate that push right into the hip. Okay, let's switch that over. Opposite leg, heel on the floor, foot up on the opposite knee, lift, squeeze, hold. 3, 2, 1, and slowly down, bum to touch the floor, lift, squeeze, hold, and slowly down. Breath in, breath out, push, hold, breath in on the way down, breath out, 3 to go. Slowly down, tip, core in, squeeze, hold. 3, 2, 1, slowly down. And last one, touch, lift, activate the glute, hold the hips up, and slowly recover down. Good. Moving to a seated position, so find yourself a chair or a bench, something where you can sit nice and straight up. Okay, hands on the hips, core pulled in. We're just going to work on the neck and with a little bit of a twist. Pull your chin back in, and from there, turn your chin as if you're looking as far behind you as you can on your left. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then switch. 3, 2, 1. At the end range, you pause and count to 3. Get as far as you can. When you feel the stretch, hold. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Your hands are on your hips so that you're keeping your shoulders and torso dead still, holding your core tight while working that mobility of rotation on each side. And we'll do one more on each side. Back to the middle, breath in, breath out. Hold. Good. Then the next one, I'm going to turn sideways, but staying in that seated position. Okay, from chin pushing forwards to chin pull back in. Hold, 3, 2. Here, trying to lengthen the muscles in the back of the neck. Pull that chin in, giving yourself a double chin. Raising the head up as high as you can. Relax forwards. Pull chin in and hold. You can also add a towel, okay, or something to push against the head to work those muscles a little bit more. So if you'd like to hold that little bit of tension, just put your fingertips behind your head, okay? And then add just that little bit of push forwards with your hands, so something to push against as you push your head into that position. Try not to let your neck and shoulders get tight. Keep them planted down. We'll just do 2 more. Chin forwards, chin back, squeeze, pushing back against it. Just that little bit of resistance. Last one, and pull, hold, 2, 3, and relax. Next, we're moving down onto the floor. We're going to do a windscreen wiper. So, lying on the floor, hands out to the side in the crucifix position. Core in strong, lift your feet up into the tabletop. Nice and strong. Here, the aim is to keep your head still, shoulders flat on the ground, arms pressed down into the floor. Let your knees fall to one side without letting your hand and shoulder lift off the ground as far as they can go, and then pull back up and over to the other side. Slowly down, hold, and pull. Slowly down, hold, and pull. Hold, up. Just core in nice and tight. You may find that after a few you're able to go a little bit further and try and get your knees to the floor without your shoulders coming off the ground. Let your hips roll as long as your shoulders stay flat, head stays flat on the ground. You should be nice and strong in that position. Last one. Of course, relax, let the feet come down onto the floor and rest. Next of all, we're going into the L press on the floor. With your feet planted on the floor, core in nice and tight, bend your elbows to 90 degrees, keeping your elbows at the same height as your shoulders. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and squeeze your shoulders back down into the floor. Squeeze your elbows down into the floor, pushing hard. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Breath in, breath out, and squeeze the elbows down into the floor. Hold. Trying to push your hands as far back behind you as you can, and release. Number 3, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and release. And number 4, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and release. Remember to keep that head flat, chin tucked in, squeeze, bringing those shoulder blades together, pushing the elbows back as hard as you can into the ground with the elbows at 90-degree angles. Squeeze. Good, that leaves us 2 more to do. And last one, pull, squeeze, 2, 3, and relax. That brings us to the last exercise of the day. Again, we just pull in a bench or a seat, something to sit on. Sit up nice and tall. Take one arm across your body. Grab just above the elbow. Keep the shoulder down and away from the ear. And pull the arm in tight to the chest to get the stretch in the back of the shoulder. Breath in. Breath out. Keep that shoulder down away from your ear and chin. And pull that arm across. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Slowly release. Switch to the opposite side. Shoulder down. Hold above the elbow. Pull in tight to your chest and shoulders. Stretch across the back of the shoulder. Breath in. Breath out. Pull in. Breath in. Breath out. And pull in. 2 to go. Breath in. Breath out. Pull across. Allowing that stretch to happen on every exhale. And last one. Breath in. Breath out. And release slowly. Fantastic. That brings us to the end of our posture and mobility session today. Thank you for joining us and see you again next week. Bye-bye.